Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Brooke Roll. Alright, I got a little repair project I need to do today, and that'll only take a few minutes, and I want to kind of show you that, and I'll just kind of give you an update on some of the other things that are going on right now. A couple mornings ago when I was getting up and getting ready for work, I noticed that one of the cabinet doors was hanging loose on the cabinet itself. The top part had come disconnected and the whole thing was kind of hanging like this. And my first thought was that the screws in the cabinet got stripped out, but I don't think that's the issue. It looks like what happened is the hinge itself broke. Because see, the hinge is supposed to look like this, kind of a Y-shaped thing. That's what attaches to the cabinet, and you can see one of the arms of one of the Ys broke off there. So what I need to do today is run over to Home Depot, see if I can find another one of those hinges, one that's exactly the same, so that we can replace that. I also noticed that some of the screws that they use are a little on the short side. So while I do that, I'm going to probably go with some of the longer screws. See here, some of them are a good distance, good length, but some of the others aren't. So I want to get them all nice and long so that they dig into the wood better and will hold better, because these cabinet doors are pretty heavy. Now I took off the one good hinge because I'm going to actually bring that with me to Home Depot to find the replacement. This is actually a pretty common hinge that they use on cabinet doors right now. It's kind of a spring-loaded thing, so when you close it, it kind of snaps itself shut, so you don't have to have the latch inside of it. So all I gotta do is bring that with me to Home Depot, and I ought to be able to find the exact match for that thing. So let's run to Home Depot. All right, I'm back from Home Depot. Actually, I'm back from Home Depot a second time. First time I went, I brought this one. This is the one that I pulled off of the old functional one, and got one that I thought looked like it. But this piece here was a little bit too far this way. Now I thought, it was adjustable. I could move it back and forth a little bit, but I couldn't move it back and forth enough. So I got this. This one's a little bit different because it doesn't have two screw holes like this one does, but it's at the right place. It's really kind of designed to like wrap around here and then connect to the cabinet that way. So I think this will work well. Let's get it reinstalled. I'm probably, since these things come as a pair, I'm probably going to end up replacing both of the ones. So I'll have one good hinge left over we can use somewhere else. In fact, I even think I might know where to use that. And then we'll have two identical hinges on this door. And the only way you'll ever figure out that, hey, something's weird here, he changed his hardware midstream, is you'd have to have a couple of them open at once. So I think this will work good. I'm going to I think I'm going to use this one, or use the good one, to kind of position the new one. Then once I get the new one in place, I'll take this one off and put the old one, or the new one, in place, and get that drilled, get everything aligned up properly. I think that's important, so we're going to do it that way. All right, got the door reinstalled. The hinges are going to have to do a little bit of adjustment because they need a little bit of leveling, but I'll work on that kind of gradually over the next few days and get that taken care of. I wanted to just, since I knew this wasn't really going to be an entirely real long, detailed, drawn-out vlog, I kind of wanted to catch you up on a few other things that were going on around here. I'm making some real progress in terms of getting the pool excavated, because what I wanted to do ultimately is get it all down to about 6 inches beneath the ground level, which is kind of where about most of this is. All out here is, I got that little bit of area to do that, and when I get it all done here, get this all over there and over onto that side, which is kind of where I'm putting everything, then we can start putting the bricks out here. I'm also starting to get a better idea where these sprinkler lines run. I of course hit that when I hit it with the rototiller a few days ago, or a couple weeks ago, and of course I showed you this thing. Well, since then I've found two more. There's another one here and another one over here, and so I still don't know exactly what I'm going to find going over that way, but at least where there is stuff, I know where to look. And so far, with exception of this little leak over here that I showed you a couple episodes back, I don't seem to have punctured anything that's in use. Because, I mean, at this point, if I've broken the wires like this, you know, this isn't going to work no matter even if the plumbing is intact. If the wires aren't there, it's not going to work. And so far, as far as I know, everything is working. So I think once I get all the soil from this end over to this side, I will you know, probably run a thorough test of the sprinkler system, make sure everything's working. I also found another little surprise I've been trying to burn out. Turns out there's the remains of a tree that was here at one point, and they just kind of cut the stump off below the ground. And unfortunately, that's going to get in the way, so we're going to have to remove that. And I think if I can just burn it for a while, eventually, you know, it'll burn down far enough to the point where it won't be an issue anymore. But we are making good progress on this. I'm guessing it probably won't be much more than a week before I have all this excavated and over onto the other side. Then we can start putting bricks up. When I was over at Home Depot today, I was actually looking at bricks, and they're only about $2.50 a piece, but they're 22 pounds a piece, and I'm probably going to have to bring, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 500 of them back here. So I don't know, my back already hurts thinking about that, but that's the way it goes. That's the price you pay for making significant modifications to your yard. Right, Mr. Squirrels? Do you agree with that? Now, if you've been paying any attention to the weather, you know it's been bitterly cold around here for the last couple weeks. And probably about a week and a half ago now, I made the decision to move Flash into the garage here. This was part of the deal with that box that I built for her, is that it was portable, it had handles, and I could just put her in it and move her into the storm shelter when it gets really, really cold out. And it's been really cold. It's been like, single digits or lower tens for off and on at night for, like I said, about a week and a half now. So that finally broke, and we're kind of in a warming streak. It's actually about lower 70s out today, so it's a real nice day to be out. So it's a good day to move Flash back out into the yard. She can now make the decision whether she wants to come out and go hide in the yard. The only time I make sure that she's someplace safe is when it gets really cold out like that. Other than that, she basically has the front of the run of the yard. So I'm going to put her back out, and we'll go from there. So yeah, there's good old Flash. She kind of moves around a little bit, especially when it starts to warm up. And we'll leave her in here. This little door, she can see enough little light through it that she'll go towards it. And the second she pushes it, it'll open up and allow her out into the yard. And then it's kind of cool too, because the hinges aren't perfectly aligned. So when she comes out, the door kind of stays up. So I have kind of an indicator. It's like, oh, she's out. Okay, well, let's go see if we can find her. Last time she came out, when it was when we had like a little 5-minute warm streak, she came out here, wandered around out here, was out here on the patio cover for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden went to sleep over there. It was too cold for her. So I don't think that'll be the case today. It's a real nice day out today, so I don't know if she'll be out today, but she'll be out tomorrow probably. I do find it interesting how quickly nature bounces back from an extreme cold. All the animals seem to think it's spring today. So it's about an hour and a half after I took Flash's box out of the storm shelter and put it in the backyard. Yeah, I guess she was ready. That didn't take her long, did it? Good morning, Flash.